Hello everyone. So it's been 1 week, 7 days since I dug down this pond. Okay, I've gotten down to about an average of about 4 feet, which would be suitable for the koi through the wintertime, having 4 foot of depth. Um, so now it's also going to rise a little bit more than that in the wintertime because it rains more, the water doesn't evaporate. So in some spots it might get closer to 5 feet. But anyway, it's been a week and I still got like muddy brown water. Have not seen any fish. Um, I'm kind of like terrified that maybe my fish died. I think they have entered like a state of low activity, which koi, goldfish, and rosy red minnows will typically do in the wintertime, or if they enter into a low oxygen, if the pond, if the oxygen level drops in the pond. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what this pond looks like. So it's muddy. Now this muddy water is contained. So basically it can't go anywhere. It just needs to settle. So I'm hoping that in about a week or so it'll clear up and we'll start seeing some fishies. I haven't seen. I only saw one floater, and it was a trout that had put in the fall. Apparently, it couldn't handle this, the muddy water. Have not seen any other floaters. Okay, I do have the an oxygenator over here, solar powered one, so that is putting oxygen into the pond. But I'm hoping in about a week or so I have some good, some good information for you guys. I do see lots of tadpoles, because all the tadpoles had disappeared. I just assumed that the fish ate them all, but I guess they were like hiding in the bottom or along the edges. But yeah, there are some tadpoles in there here. I think there's one right there somewhere. There's some tadpoles. Where that stick is? Where's that stick? Just right there in the center. So anyway, I'm hoping that in about a week or so this clears up and I start seeing the fishies swimming around. I hope this ends up being a happy story, not a sad story. Talk to you all soon. Hey everyone, I want to show you guys this feature of the pond that I built in. Okay, so I've got this channel built in over here. Try to give you an angle so that you can see it. So one of the things that I noticed in the spring was, the tadpoles came to this end over here. They laid their eggs, okay, and there was as it started drying up, there was like basically pools of water that was separated from the rest of the pond. And what happened was the tadpoles couldn't get to the main pond, right? And basically they would have died as those little puddles dried up, right? Because they were basically, you can see how the dirt is cracked over here from this, from the sun baking it. So and what I ended up doing is I took a hose and I kind of tried to hose them into the pond area over there. So when I did this upgrade where I dug it 3 to 4 feet deep, basically I took a pick and I made this channel over here so that this is now going to be like the deepest point in this area that they want to lay their eggs in. Okay, so what's going to happen is that they're going to come here, they're going to lay their eggs over here. They'll hatch out, and then as this area starts to dry up, right, because this is a very shallow end here and it's going to dry up as we move from spring towards from the early spring into the later spring, it's basically sloped so that it goes straight to the pond over there, right? And what this is going to do is none of the tadpoles are going to be like isolated into little puddles. They're all going to end up in this channel over here, which is going to be the deepest point, which is going to, as the water dries up, it's going to just kind of lead them into the main pond area over there. Okay, so this is, a little idea I thought of to try and help the tadpoles get into the water. Hey everyone, quick update. It's been 5 weeks since I dug down this pond to a max depth of 4 feet. And what I did is I kind of, I guess you might call it a levee. Kind of raised it up here a little bit. So that will give me at least another 8 inches when this thing fills up. Right? So we had some rain, so you can see how it filled up over here. And then what I did is I raised it on this side here as well. Okay, so here's a trick. As you can see, there's gravel over there. I walk through there, drive through there. So when this, at some point, this pond is going to, overfill, right? Because it's going to rain. We might get like 4 days of continuous rain. It's going to overflow. So when it overflows, I want the water coming out this side here, right? And then it's draining out that way towards the woods. I don't want it draining out on this side in the area that I walk and I drive through. Okay, so what I've done is, or rather, the place where I'm going to adjust it is right here. So if I see that the water's starting to overflow out on that side, I'll just dig this down a little bit, a little lower, so the water will overflow over here on this side. Now, if I see that, like, I got plenty of height on that side over there, what I can do is I can build this up a little bit more. So there's like 3 variables here, right? So you got that side over there where the gravel area is that I walk through. I got this side over here that I'm gonna use as the adjusting point, and then I got another side over here. I'll show you guys this side, where the water will also, if it overflows, it can come up and out on this side, which I don't want it. Now, I did build this up a little bit here. I did make it a little bit higher. I put gravel, and then I put some dirt on top of it to kind of hold it together. So yeah, I definitely don't want it coming out on this side over here. So I'm going to use the other side over there as an adjustment point to make sure it doesn't rise too high on this side. Or if I see I got plenty of height, I can build the other wall a little bit higher on the other side. So anyway, so like I said, it's been 5 weeks, going on 6 weeks, and this water is still muddy, man. It's taking forever for this pond to settle, and I can see my fish. I'm pretty sure they're down there somewhere, but I can't see them. Hey everyone, I want to give you guys a pond update. The water, there he is. The water's just starting to clear up a little bit. It's been like 6 weeks. So I dug this down on, I think it was June 4th. And now it's July 16th. So it's been more than, back up a little bit, yeah. It's been more than 6 weeks. And this water is still muddy, okay? It's contained, so that, the mud's not, getting out outside the pond. But I've been waiting for this thing to settle. And up until this point, it's like I thought I saw some fish. And then, like, I was kind of second guessing myself if I saw maybe they were tadpoles or maybe they were frogs. But, it's still muddy, but it's cleared up just enough so that if they're below the surface and they come near the surface, I can tell that I've got goldfish in there. So like today was like the first day where I've seen goldfish in several spots, and I'm like, yes, my goldfish survived. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that update. I've been seeing them like near the edges, all right, not towards the center. They've been going across along the edges. I guess that's where like the bugs and the grasses are growing. So this has been a fairly successful project, I think. I was worried that several times I was like, oh my God, I killed all my goldfish. But no, definitely, I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of them survived. Now the pond is also deeper now, especially on this end here. So part of the reason why I may not be seeing them is because they're going deeper, okay? But yeah, I definitely saw a bunch of goldfish today. Some really nice, colorful ones that I have not seen like in almost 7 weeks at this point. Yeah, and I haven't seen any of the rosy reds. And the koi look too much like goldfish for me to kind of tell them apart. But I'm wondering what the rosy reds are doing. because I think like I've seen like in the past I had seen them like closer to the surface, but for whatever reason they seem not to be close to the surface. But we'll see. I mean, it looks muddy, but it's definitely starting to clear up a little bit because, you know, like in certain spots, like I can see a little bit deeper in the water than before. I mean, I think the max depth I can see now is like maybe 4 inches versus like 1 inch that it was before. So that's why I'm starting to see some of the goldfish. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. Happy that I've got some. You know, I think that they're all going to survive, but I've definitely seen some really pretty ones today. You know, some of my red and white goldfish. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that update. And I've been collecting a couple of videos. I'm gonna basically piece them all together on this project. I'll do the earlier ones. You probably already saw them in the earlier part of this video segment.